Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm an ePatient on YouTube. I am a type 1 diabetic for over 22 years, and I share my experiences about dealing with diabetes in a positive light on YouTube and on my website, 1HappyDiabetic.com. I go by the YouTube username 1HappyDiabetic, and that really expresses how I am with my diabetes. I started doing videos on diabetes about 2 years ago. I was actually not an avid YouTube user. I wasn't making videos on YouTube before I started doing diabetic videos, but I was actually looking for information on diabetes in a video format, and there was nothing there. I was looking for other people that I shared this disease with, talking about maybe some of the newest technologies, how they felt, and just some experiences that other people were having with diabetes that might be similar to me, so that I might be able to leapfrog on some of their experiences and help manage my diabetes better. So about 2 years ago, I was looking for this information and it wasn't there. There wasn't anybody talking about it in a way that I want to say entertained me, and in a way that expressed, I want to say, how I kind of feel with having this disease. So initially I started doing, I did a couple videos, and I was just blown away by the response that I got from other people who had diabetes that just happened to stumble upon my videos. The first couple videos that I did, I thought were really important ones, and they were videos on what were the symptoms of having type 1 diabetes, what it felt when your blood sugar was high, and what it felt when your blood sugar was low. And if you're somebody who was newly diagnosed with this disease, it's very challenging. Your body goes through so many different changes, and there's so many different feelings that you end up developing because you do have diabetes, that I wanted to share with other people how I felt, so that possibly they could recognize those symptoms as well and maybe avoid some serious issues and complications. Growing up with diabetes, I always felt that I was just so different from everybody else. And I was afraid to express myself on the internet, for one, about having a chronic illness, diabetes. But once I expressed myself, what it felt like to have a low blood sugar and what it felt like to have a high blood sugar, I felt, that my symptoms were unique. But in actuality, the responses that I got from other people who had diabetes, they were so similar. They would say to me, Bill, I feel the same way. So that's what motivated me to keep on doing these videos. It was the responses that I got from my subscribers, from people that would just stumble upon my video and say, hey, oh my gosh, I feel that way too. And it made them feel better. And this username, or myself being the 1HappyDiabetic, it gave a real positive light to a disease that sometimes has a sad ending. Some of my other motivations to do this was because of the experiences that I've had with diabetes over the last 22 years. I've had ups, I've had downs, I had everything in between. And I felt that if I could share some of these experiences and share some of the mistakes that I've made, I might be able to help prevent other people from making some of the same mistakes. Some of the challenges of being an e-patient are privacy. It's hard for me to share information about a disease I have, that I'm sharing it with the world, literally. And that's one of the things that's so impactful. Any video that I do, it's shared throughout the world. It's just amazing. But the challenges that I face, number one is, what should I say? I'm not a doctor, nor will I ever be one. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just giving an opinion on my experiences of living with diabetes. So maybe some of the products that I use for my diabetes might not be right for everybody that watches my videos. So it's a challenge for me to not promote, nor do I promote, specific meters or insulin pumps. I try to show a variety of these newer technologies and really embrace the technology and the advancements of diabetes, and not necessarily one brand from another. Being a voice of a patient who has diabetes, in this community, it's very important not to be a promoter of certain products, of specific products, because then you kind of look like a sellout. So that's a challenge that I have. I've also received some negative comments, specifically towards diabetes. Some really, really rude comments that, you end up having to delete. whether they're personal reflections on me in my videos or they're reflections on diabetes, like, you guys are just fat and you deserve to take shots, and just some very bizarre and rude things. And I've actually had some infiltrators come on my website as well, where I share my videos, and just start to bring this negativity to diabetes when I'm really trying to share the 1HappyDiabetic brand, or the 1HappyDiabetic, positive attitude. And I have been solicited by companies that are, in cahoots with herbal supplements and diabetic sweeteners and things that, I really don't believe in. And so it's hard sometimes for me to, explain to some of these companies that really kind of want to work with me in a way, but really want to promote, cheaply some of their products that, I really don't believe in, and nor would I ever, do that. One of the other really neat things about sharing these videos is people get to see who you are and really connect with the type of person you are. And I think that's just so special. I've built so many bonds just by my face on a camera. There's people in Ireland, in the UK, in Australia that, I'm a part of their lives. They watch my videos together as a family. And what I think is just so special and so impactful to me is they're able to sit down with their family, their mom, their dad, maybe a younger son has diabetes or their daughter has diabetes. They watch my videos, they smile, they laugh, they learn something, and it's all revolving around diabetes. When I grew up, that wasn't the case. I never had a time where I was sitting down with my parents and it was a positive, smiley, happy thing talking about diabetes. It was always negative or sad. So for me to have the ability to share happiness with a disease that's difficult to live by, I think is really important. And if I'm somewhat of a role model to younger diabetics, to older diabetics, to have the right attitude, to let everybody know that you are unique, but you know what, the challenges are inside of you. And if you can conquer those, the management of your diabetes will be easier and you can live a happy life. So that's what I try to do with my videos, sharing great information the best way I can, not being biased in any way possible, but just really, sharing my truth and how I feel. But like I said, I think the most important thing that I can do with these videos is help somebody else adjust better with their diabetes. And with the healthcare system that we have in the United States now, sometimes it's an in and out operation. I've received feedback from people that they got diagnosed on a Friday, they got educated one day on a Saturday, but there wasn't a lot of educators or doctors in on the weekend, and then they came home that Sunday. And so what do? Well, they want to learn about diabetes, so they go on the internet and type in diabetes, and they want to watch a video of somebody talking it, and they find me, which I think is really exciting. And I'm able to kind of guide them in a way, but show them to not be afraid, to know that there's other people out there that are just like you. I think that's so important, and ultimately provide a positive outcome and a positive outlook for other people with diabetes. So, hope this helps. Take care and have a great day.